It is another November 10th, a day etched in the hearts of Ogoni people as the commemoration of the killing of Kensariwa and 8 others, while also reflecting on the deaths of Ogoni 4, Edward Kobani, Theophilus Orage, Samuel Orage, Albert Bade, all from Gukana local government area of River State. This year, the people of Gukana, under the edges of the Ogoni Unity Forum, the Council of Chiefs, and families of victims are renewing their call for the retrieval of the remains of the 4 who were allegedly killed by a mob outside the palace of the then Benemene of Gukana 31 years ago. According to them, retrieving their remains will bring closure and true reconciliation to the land. They also expressed disappointment over what they describe as Mosob's continued disregard for genuine reconciliation, accusing the group of planning to lay wreaths on symbolic graves of the Ogoni 4 instead of working with key stakeholders to recover their real remains as recommended by the Oputa panel of 2001.
The peaceful and good people of Bodo, Boom, and the entire Gukana strongly commend Mr. President in his giant strides and most importantly, his relentless efforts to the ideals of peace and reconciliation in Ogoni, the prestigious posthumous national award bestowed on the Ogoni 4.
Yeah, the Gukana people are gathered to say, bring their bodies for burial.
The demand for justice is also echoed by the Gukana Council of Chiefs and a former Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Kenneth Kobani, son of one of the Ogoni 4. They maintain that while they are not against the presidential pardon granted to the Ogoni 9, only a court retrial can formally exonerate them.
I want to emphasize that they were murdered by our own people. This event took place in broad daylight. So the culprits were identifiable. They didn't cover their faces. We chose to leave our bitterness behind and chose forgiveness over anger. We also agreed at the Oputa Commission that there will no longer be the beatifying of one group and the vilifying of another.
Clad in black attire and carrying placards, the crowd paid a courtesy visit to the King of Bodo before marching to the homes of the Bade and the Kobani families to register their pain and prayers for reconciliation. Elsewhere, the National Youth Council of Ogoni people held a separate memorial for Kensariwa and the 8 others, describing them as symbols of courage. While thanking President Tinubu for the pardon, they call for the case to be reopened for proper exoneration and for the full implementation of the Ogoni Bill of Rights.
Demand for environmental justice, demand for political justice, demand for economic justice.
For the people of Gukana and Ogoni land, November 10th remains not just a memorial, but a renewed call for justice, reconciliation, and inclusion, a reminder that the fight for equality and recognition continues until all voices are heard. Deborah Balama, Channels Television News.